In this second installment of 5 minutes to learn the Turkish Get Up, we'll be examining how to do what I just did. Go from the ground to the elbow and now on to tall sit as well. So beginning from the ground, quick review. The leg opposite the side we're moving to, the side that we'll be holding a weight, is bent up, heel flat on the earth, and slightly to the outside. We need an angle to push us in the direction of our initially planted elbow. And that elbow is going to be planted on the earth with the shoulder reaching down away from the ears, 45 degrees or closer to the hip. The happy side of 45, not up here. That will feel like driving the elbow into the earth to follow up the energy of the roll. Rolling with the hip, driving the elbow into the earth. Here we are at the elbow. Spine nice and tall, very actively pressing away from this shoulder. In both this and the tall sit, very important that we do not collapse, but keep the armpit active to lift and stabilize the chest up and away from the arm. The base of support at the elbow tells us where we want this hand to end up. There's a line going from the heel of your bent leg through your sit bones of the side you're leaning to your elbow. It is on that diagonal line crossing your body that we still want our support to be. So there are multiple ways to get there, and we'll do each in turn. First, the shoulder can be externally rotated as far as possible. Maybe all the way so the fingers are back on that line already. And if not, that's okay, you can adjust as you move. The opposite side waist and hip flexors will help lift the body as this arm straightens and slides in. I like to think of this as an easel, a solid leg with a hinge support. You lift the easel to the angle, and when you let go, your support is right there, ready to catch it. Again, very tall off the shoulder, very open at the front of the chest, which feels like drawing the shoulder blade as close to the spine as it can be. The first way we'll go down from here is to release tension from it by leaning closer into the other leg and keeping the arm straight. Use it to slide down out along that line until you can release the armpit, the shoulders, and roll across the back to the other shoulder. This technique, if you're doing consecutive reps, requires you to reset the arm each time. No big deal. To the elbow, open, slide up to the hand, slide back down. Now, there is an alternative way as well. And from the elbow, this feels like moving just the hand, pressing into it, and then slightly reorienting it back onto that same line. The net result is the same. The hand ends up with the fingers pointing away from the leg, so whatever line this leg is pointing out at, the fingers are pointing 180 from it. The arm very straight, some 8 to 10 inches away from the hip, shoulder not quite over the hand, but as close as can comfortably be, to sit as tall as possible. It's in the name. To come back down from here, there will similarly be a pivot on the hand. I like to think of it as a pulling back down to the elbow. Notice that it's a very similar position. The hand is just in a little different place. Pressing back down to the ground, reorient the hand, and you can do your next rep. Pull to the elbow, press to tall sit, stabilize and check your position. Pull back to the elbow, press back to tall sit. Either way is an excellent strategy, and some time spent with tall sit will prepare us for the next movement, high bridge.